It'll be 1 to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 take, go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
I think we're all wondering what the hell he's thinking. He's biting off a lot. Respect him for it, certainly do. I have no desire to be a car owner and to deal with all of those challenges. And if there is a guy out there that can wear both hats, it would be Tony. So I think everyone looks at what he's doing and wishes him all the best, and know that he's got a big challenge ahead of him. And we're all sitting, watching, and waiting how it's going to work out. I think Ryan's going to be a good addition to those guys, and the agenda that they have to get cars qualified and get in the top 35 in points. I'm sure their goals are much higher than that over the course of the year. But keeping sponsors happy, building that race team, they've got a lot to deal with, and we all recognize that. I'm excited for him because of the relationship at Hendrick Motorsports. I know that they have the parts and pieces there to get the job done, and it's a matter of getting all the right people in place to execute. And that's what I hope to help out as well. I mean, Tony's a friend of mine, and also being in the Hendrick equipment, it's going to be nice to have a relationship with him and get more in depth with car setups and ideas and strategies of what we do. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we got Reed, Pat, and then Dustin.
Reed Spencer with Sporting News. Jimmie, with the chase just 2 races away at this point, do you ever allow yourself thoughts of perhaps becoming the second guy to win 3 straight championships, and is that at all a motivating factor for you personally?
It's a huge motivating factor for me, and I know the team as well. If you look at our testing and what we've done to close the gap, I think it shows how committed this 48 team is to doing that. I haven't thought about it much because I've been so focused on getting prepared for the chase. And once we get in the chase, we have what we have. I don't see many teams finding new technology. It's just about refining the package you have. If we're way off, we need to work even harder yet and find some new speed somewhere. But right now we're really trying to refine our package and make sure that we have a chance at this thing. And the pressure will kick in. As soon as we leave Richmond, you're going to be smiling that the first 26 are over and you're locked in and everything's great. You're going to wake up Monday morning and go, oh my God, the chase is here. Here we go. And that pressure, you're not going to be able to hide from it.
Jimmie, Pat Patterson, PRN Series. I've missed your first answer. Congratulations on your golf tournament. I understand it's a big success. And if you don't mind, I'd like to stay on that subject for a second. Two-part question. First, how is it that you got to play Augusta? And secondly, can you tell the hole-in-one story from earlier in this year?
Well, there's a friend of mine in the Charlotte area who's a member at Augusta, and he's nice enough to tried to get me down the year before, and with the banquet and the date that he had to go down, it didn't work out. And then this year, I think right after the banquet, it did work out. I went down, hacked up the course, had fun, and I was surprised how groomed and beautiful that course was off in the trees where my balls end up. So it was quite an honor to be there, and a friend in the Charlotte area, Mac Everett, got a hole-in-one on 6. He's a little older, so his eyes aren't working as good. We all watched it go in, and he didn't believe it. And we're like, no, seriously, Mac, it's in the can. It's there. And as we got closer and walked up, he started believing a little bit more, and the ball landed maybe 3 inches away from the cup and spun back into it, which he was all over the stick. It was cool to see that. It's I guess wasn't the first one that I had seen. I watched Armando Fitz, of all people, make one at Bobby Labonte's golf tournament, and it's a cool sight to see that take place. And the caddies went crazy, and we had a good time.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Jimmie, on the teleconference earlier this week, you were talking about just the rivalries, mind games, and ways to intimidate on the track and such. And I had a couple questions related to that.
Sure it's not about the Big Johnson thing? Or
no, that one, no.
Joking. I couldn't resist.
Not me.
How about that guy? He even got Reed later, right? That's amazing. Twice. He got the bonus round. 3 times? Did we find out who he is? We need to give him a trophy or something for making those things a little more entertaining.
Would you like that type of thing?
No. I like it when it's asked to someone else. I laughed at Reed's questions, and then in mine, I'm like, man, that was pretty close. That was intense.
What I wanted to ask you is that you're talking about just the intimidation of on track. And I want to ask you two things related to that. Before the chase was developed, did you see more of that at the end of the season, or you see more of that now in the chase? And two, can you really kind of define what you've done or things you've seen in regards to what is exactly intimidation on the track?
I think there is more now because you have more people with the chance to win the championship. In the past, it came down to a couple guys, and no one wants to be the driver that crashed the guy that was going to win his championship. So you leave a lot of space. And we see that later in the chase as you get down the last race or two. The guys that are in the hunt, the other drivers are extremely respectful to those drivers, make sure that they're passing them clean and racing them right. But over a 10-race period of time, really over the entire season, with the chase format, you see more intense racing because every point counts, and there's the opportunity for 12 guys to have a chance to win it. So I really think that it's more now than it's ever been. Different guys are successful with different forms of intimidation. I don't think that I'm good at the trash talking, the mental games of pulling out behind someone in practice and all over their rear bumper trying to mess with that person and creating that type of intimidation. I see Tony Stewart as one of those guys, and it really boils down to the personalities. And in all forms work. My form is be respectful and wear them out. That's what we were able to do last year and the year before. So I really find that I want to go out. My form of intimidation is to be the fastest one in practice, sit on the pole, up there leading laps, and the guy's saying, damn 48's up there again. That's where we operate at our best. I need to stay focused on what I'm doing in the car, and if I'm worried about a bump and run on this guy because it's going to rattle him or roughing someone up, saying something in the media, whatever that may be, that's just not my cup of tea. It's just not going to work. So I try to do it with performance.
Might you have to change this year? Obviously, the performance, you guys have been strong, but obviously the 99-18 seem to be the top two cars at a lot of different tracks. Is that going to force you to have to reconsider?
I don't think so. I think the fact that the 18 and the 99 have been stronger than us makes me fall more into the thoughts and the ways that I've won championships in the past. It puts more confidence in my abilities and what we've done in the past as a roadmap to a championship, and thinking, all right, this is what we need to do. It's been proven twice. Let's proceed this way.
Jay Hart, Yahoo Sports. Jimmie, you alluded to this earlier, and I don't know, maybe you spoke about it. I might have missed it, but what? And I don't even know. I don't know if you've ever been on probation by NASCAR. I don't think you have, but
my crew chief has
multiple
times. So I've lived close to it.
What is being on as a driver? I mean, not that you've been in the situation. What does being on probation mean to a driver?
It just depends on how intense that meeting was with NASCAR and how serious they are about the probation. I'm sure there are probations that are kind of, all right, you slap on the hand, and then I'm sure there are probations where they might have you by the shirt saying, you do this again, you're really in trouble. So that's really where the question lies. I'm not sure what type of probation they're on. I know it's one word, but in my opinion, there are many levels to it.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Having been back home in South California, what would you be doing there had you not gotten the shot to go racing? What would you be doing now? What would, just average Joe Jimmie Johnson be doing?
If it didn't work out, I am not sure what I would be doing. If I never had racing in my life, I think I would have pursued being a fireman. But if it didn't work out, I probably would be working in the off-road industry somewhere, hopefully racing an off-road truck. But I know that off-road motocross stuff was such a big part of my life, and knowing racing and all that stuff, I would find a way to work in the industry, hopefully be competing at some level. But if I didn't know of racing, like I said, it would be probably a fireman.